do go into... Oh, there's the hyena, just behind. That's what he's looking at. Look at that. 3 hyenas. That's exciting. They're growling at each other. I'm going to leave this elephant simply because we don't see the hyenas too often, and I'd like to go and just see what they're doing while they follow across quarantine. This is very exciting indeed. So a mild must for that elephant basically means that I think he's, you know, he's going through that difficult pubescent time of life. And while he's not in a full-blown must where he's dripping that horrible, stinky green stuff, he is... They've found something to eat here. He is just in a slightly heightened hormonal state. I don't know these hyenas. I don't know who they are exactly. There's some impala in the background. They looked like they'd found something to eat, but it might just be a little territorial marking that they're going to make. Anybody recognize these chaps? I don't know if you can hear them, but they're making very loud growling noises, which means that they can either smell another predator, or most likely at this stage, with those tails cocked up like that, a clan of hyenas they don't expect to find in this area. Now, I have never known this particular area as some sort of territorial boundary between the hyenas, so I'm not sure what's going on. You can see that they do look a little bit agitated. They also look to be in very fine condition, I must say. And you can see the impala watching them, but not alarm calling at all. They're not afraid. They know that they are much faster than the hyenas. That is a beautiful picture, isn't it? Well done, Brian.
Thank you.
Oh dear. Wendy seems to be struggling to start. Okay, let's go around the other side there. Not Wendy, we're on Rusty, aren't we, Brian? Come on, old girl. And I'm sure you're all as excited as Brian and I to spend a little bit of time with the hyenas. It used to be such a nice go-to where you'd go off towards the hyena den, sit with them for an hour. It was a really easy and lovely way to start a drive. Oh goodness, look at that picture there. It's like Independence Day. Very cool. Okay, we're going to carry on with the hyenas, I think. That is really cool. Connor's having a little bit of trouble getting us a picture. I wonder if these aren't from the group that comes up from the south sometimes. Although, no, I don't think they are. I'm sure they're from our clan. And there are more and more forays down south here, and I don't think it's too long before they return. Do you see them anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, there they are. Slinking across the clearings. Shall we just go around the corner here, Brian? I think that's probably the best route. There we go. Marvellous. All the impala are moving off, but they're not alarm calling. They're staying at a safe distance. And Chris Rogue, you're watching, and you're one of our premier hyena identifiers, and you say you can't identify these guys. They're giving chase to the impala. Or they're thinking about it, certainly. Impala now scuttling off.
This one's blind, isn't it, right eye?
This one's blind.
Right eye, yeah.
Ah. Brian reckons. Marvellous. All the impala are moving off, but they're not alarm calling. They're staying at a safe distance. And Chris Rogue, you're watching, and you're one of our premier hyena identifiers, and you say you can't identify these guys. They're giving chase to the impala. Or they're thinking about it, certainly. Impala now scuttling off.
This one's blind in its right eye.
This one's blind.
Right eye, yeah.
Ah. Brian reckons that one there, with the one on behind,
Yeah, this one.
is blind in its right eye. Yes, I did see a flash of sort of a white cataract there. Very cool. I'm just going to wait here, Brian, and see that they come out. They will hunt from time to time, and especially in East Africa. But out here they tend to be more scavengers. Those upturned tails are very indicative of something going down, as it were. They're on a boundary, they've picked up scent of something they don't like, they're not happy with. It looks like a big female in the front there. Crystal, you reckon that this is Corky, so a less dominant member of our Djuma clan of hyenas. That's probably the big female you're recognizing. I must say I didn't get close enough to be able to tell that. And Kuma, is that right? One of the males. And another one called Kara. I don't know that one at all. Thank you, Crystal. And if you're wondering, everybody, how, or if perhaps you're a new viewer, how on earth they know who these hyenas are, we spent months watching them at their den, learning their different identifying marks and features before they absconded north over our boundary onto another reserve where they've been for, what now, Brian? About 5 months odd, I would have thought. Now, I'm tempted to try and follow them, but it's very thick through there, so we might just turn and go down towards Twin Dams, which is the direction that they are going. Just a quick one, everybody. They've come down to a pan on Ingwe Alley Road. They've both had, two of them have had a swim. I don't know where the third is. They had a drink, and now they're heading off down to the south. They're listening to something. I'm just going to quickly ask Kirsten, where is Taylor? Because these guys are heading straight on to Twin Dams Road, I think. I think they're going to pop out at the Mulwati Junction, Twin Dams. If Taylor, I know Taylor's looking for the Royals down somewhere in that area, but I don't think she went that way. So I'm going to head down that way and just follow these chaps, because I think it's worth following them. So we'll change our plans slightly from heading due north to try and find the lions. And we can't, I mean, we could follow them off-road, but you know what, that's a very thick block, and hyenas, it's so funny, when they're young, you know, many of you have seen them at the den sites. They come towards the car, they're curious about us, and they spend a good deal of time investigating, sniffing the tires. And they turn to adults. They're not nearly as tolerant, and they don't like being followed off-road. So, I mean, like, you know, we can follow Karula basically 4 feet from her. She won't even react. Same with the lions. These chaps don't like that at all, and they'll run. As soon as you start crunching behind them, they really dislike it. So we've got to kind of keep our distance. It's always a little bit difficult to follow.
We found one of the hyenas, and I'm pretty sure it's one of the 3 that you saw earlier with James. But this one is now sitting in the long grass on the side of the road. Hello! Are you going to come walking down towards us? This is awesome. I haven't seen... Oh, listen, listen. Wasn't that amazing? That is so cool. The last time that I had a hyena whoop as it walked past my vehicle was easily a year and a half ago. And also very early morning with the mist. That was amazing. Wasn't that incredible, David? Did you get goosebumps? I got goosebumps. I always get goosebumps when I hear things like that. Short and sweet, and that's all right. That's what sightings are supposed to be like. Maybe into the rest around the road. That call, and I really wish you could sit here. It doesn't quite have the power like a lion's roar does, so the vehicle doesn't vibrate, your bones don't shake inside your body, but it's got this amazing tone to it, but it's not deafening either. It's a very pleasant tone to listen to. And I'm always so surprised as to how something that's sort of a lot more high-pitched than what a lion's roar is can travel so far as well. Because, you know, you hear hyenas from miles away, just in the very, very far distance. That is amazing.